Oh, yeah, here's another thing showing white people doing stuff that predominantly black people do. Here is Kathy Hochul, and she couldn't be happier. That is the governor of New York State, in case you didn't know. Kathy Hochul got on social media and wanted to let everybody know that retail theft is down in New York. Yeah, all those people you see stealing things, walking into stores, loading up and walking out with impunity. Apparently it's not happening anymore, or it's been drastically reduced. I don't know. Maybe we could start unlocking the deodorant and the laundry detergent if that's happening. But I doubt that's going to go down because it is still happening. If she isn't just blatantly lying, which I think she is, and the statistics say that that those retail thefts are down, it is only because just no one's reporting it anymore. The stores don't call the police. They know it's useless. They've done it before. The cops might show up. They probably won't. And when they do show up, they're very quick to tell the people that there's nothing they can do about it. And they don't even take a report. It's just done. So the stores, when they get robbed like this, shoplifting, they go, oh, what do we do? Call the cops? And the person in charge goes, no, don't bother. They can't do anything. They don't do shit. And then the statistics come out and go, how many reports of retail theft did we have? Oh my God, it's down. I guess it's not happening. No, people are so used to it and frustrated and know that it's useless to report it that they're just not reporting it. But Kathy Hochul took the opportunity to get out in front of a camera and let everyone know that it's on the decline, that retail theft is going down. And they have a couple of examples, couple of little videos of people shoplifting while she's talking about it. And I want you to notice those sticky fingers, those thieving hands that you see in the video, and what color they are. Let's watch.
I'm here to report that statewide and in the city of New York, retail theft has already gone down 13%.
Black.
Nationwide, you saw the brazen efforts by these organized retail theft rings that would just go into stores and sweep the shelves, fill up their bags and boxes and backpacks and jump into vehicles and go on and do it again and again and again. We took action. Retail theft is down 13% statewide, in the city as well. We never say mission accomplished. We're here to continue the work, but I want to put a spotlight on the fact that as we enter this holiday season, we want people to come out. We encourage people to shop in person as much as you can, because there are real people, real stories to be told, real families. I'm a big believer in small businesses, supporting the 70,000 retail businesses that we have across the great state of New York, but also protecting them.
Have you ever seen such bullshit? Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
And hello, I am Gavin McInnes.
Together, we're Compound Censored.
And we'd like you to subscribe to our network that has more fantastic content you could shake a stick at. Use this promo code for a one-time super offer.
Do it. It's uncensored and oh so entertaining. She's meeting and shaking hands with black business owners, black retailers. And then when they show the sticky-fingered thieves stealing shit, it's a white hand of a man putting it in a hoodie and a white girl stealing something else. As Hochul shaking hands with black business owners who we know are the victims of the thieving white population that goes into these stores and steals. Like she talked about the gangs. She talked about how roving gangs go in, steal stuff, put it in the car, go to another place, steal more stuff. those are, I wasn't smelling my finger, I was scratching my nose. Those people are white? I don't see that. I don't see them loading their arms up or carts up with the retail goods, wheeling it out to a car, throwing it in the trunk, driving away, and going to another place. I see videos of white shoplifters, women, usually fat white women. And again, nowhere near as many that I see of fat black women. But there are white women, they go and they steal and they get arrested or stopped and by the store, and the police show up and they take them into loss prevention office and run through the shit. I've seen that. So it happens. But Hochul specifically was talking about the roving bands, the organized crime version of this thievery. And the example they use are two white people stealing as she shakes the hand of black business owners and congratulates them on 13% less retail theft happening. Just the whole propaganda thing, the complete twisting of reality to push a fucking false agenda. And not only to push a false agenda, but to camouflage what's really happening. She doesn't want a PSA or she doesn't want to be crowing about 13% decrease in retail theft and then have the spot show that black people steal from white businesses. I can't have that. So they make a PSA or they make a statement or a video of her, white thieves and black business owners. Just like Department of Transportation, showing every single white fight because they just don't want to put in like all black people fighting. Yeah. So fuck you, Hochul. Fuck you. Could have had Lee Zeldin. Could have had Lee Zeldin. You all fucked up, New York. Been fucking up for years. For years. But New York isn't the only place. You know how I have a fondness for the Windy City. Yes, Chicago. The way they have voted and acted in the city of Chicago is beyond rationalizing. They have put themselves in a position where every supposed leader in Chicago seems to be all out, gung-ho, to just continue every bit of violent crime they have in that city. Any suggestion that is made that would actually work to curtail the violent crime in Chicago is looked at as some horrific, oppressive, racist, stupid idea. And then they come up with these multi-million-dollar programs that do absolutely nothing. And the bodies pile up every week. So Chicago is one of my favorite cities to look at what goes on there. And Mayor Brandon Johnson has just been a hoot this whole time. He'll get right up in front of a camera and say the dumbest fucking shit about violence in Chicago and in the community. He'll bash the shit out of Donald Trump for wanting to send in the National Guard to try to cut down on some of this violent crime that is being perpetrated mostly by young black men in gangs. And he just looks at it like he's riding into Chicago with a white hood and burning cross. Saving young black lives is looked at as racist by Brandon Johnson in Chicago. Letting them kill each other is the thing that he sees as being good to the community, not being horrible like Trump. That's Brendan Johnson. So the latest thing, one of the latest things about old Brandon, a man lit a woman on fire in the subway. Yes, a man lit a woman on fire. Chicago Transit. It's not even really a subway. It's like, what is it? It's like a commuter rail or something. I don't know. But a man lit a woman on fire. And he has been arrested. And let's take a look at who this guy is. Let's see.
This young woman was on her phone, going through her phone, minding her business, when Mr. Reed approached her and began throwing gasoline on her. Perhaps people were afraid to get involved, but what we could say is, even as she was on the ground trying to put herself out and is rolling on the ground, desperately trying to put out the fire, no one came to her aid until she was able to get off the train and to the platform. And when she finally stumbled down, two Samaritans came and put out all the blaze that was all consuming her.
Jesus. Just scrolling on your phone on a train, going to work, coming home from work, wherever you were going, we're coming home from, and a savage animal lights you on fire and then says, burn alive, bitch, as she's burning alive. So that's a horrible, horrible story. And it was a white woman sitting on a train, lit on fire by a black man. Now, I guess there weren't any signs, not signs on the train that said do not light women on fire, but any previous criminal history. Just out of nowhere, this guy decided to do that, because if he had a previous history like this, wouldn't he be put away somewhere? Not in Chicago, not in New York, because the same thing happened in fucking New York. But yeah, so let's take a look at the judge who allowed this guy with, I believe, 40 previous charges. 40 previous charges.
49.
49. 9 times. 49 previous charges. Violent felonies, arson. So this guy's a firebug, likes to light fires. Let's see the judge who let this guy go. This is Judge Teresa Molino Gonzalez. She denied the prosecutor petition to detain Lawrence Reed after his 49th arrest. She released him into the public, where he set an innocent woman on fire. I saw a little more of this story, and apparently this guy, this Mr. Reed, was deemed too dangerous for a psychiatric facility. He was too dangerous for a criminally insane psychiatric unit. That's what one of the decisions that the judge made was that, well, we can't lock him up because he's crazy. You can't just take a crazy person and put them in jail. Why? Yes, you can. So we'll put him in a mental facility, a criminally insane kind of a thing where, well, they go, no, he's way too dangerous for that. So what do you do? You release him with an ankle monitor, because he seemed like the kind of guy that would really give a shit if his ankle monitor went off. Do they even do anything about that? If you're in Chicago and you have an ankle monitor and you run off, do they even give a fuck? Yeah, could you blow that up a little bit? Yeah, there he is. There's the pictures of him. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? These are just some of his 49 mugshots. Looks like a nice guy too, doesn't he? If I saw this guy 3 blocks away, a dot on the horizon, I would move in the other direction. I would give that guy such a wide berth, he wouldn't even see me. How the fuck does anyone on a train let this guy get near you? Now, I'm not victim blaming, unless this woman was a stupid liberal. And, sees a guy like that coming toward her, and you don't run for your life. Literally run for your life. Do that. Don't wait for him. Don't slowly get up and try to look like you're not being racist. Oh, where's my friend? Is she in the other car? Let me walk up. Get up and run for your life. When you see a fuck like that, profile the shit out of anyone that looks like that guy. Save yourself. Save your life. Run as fast as you can. Throw as much shit in between you and that fucking savage as is humanly possible. Run for your life. That's what you're doing. So the judge decided that he was too dangerous for a psychiatric facility. He can't be put in jail because he's nuts. So we'll give him a monitor, and he'll have house arrest. I think he's homeless. How do you house arrest a homeless guy? And then he was allowed with the ankle monitor to be out in public for 8 hours a day. So during a certain time, the monitor wouldn't alert if he was out in public during that part of the day with his ankle monitor on. Too dangerous for a cell in a building, an institution for the criminally insane. So let's just put him out in public. And that judge, put her face up there again. That judge is responsible for that. Teresa Molina Gonzalez. There she is. This is gross negligence resulting in the death or extreme harm to a human being. In any other workplace, that would get you arrested and put on trial, indicted. Arrested and indicted. Gross negligence of duties of your job resulting in the death or harm of a human being. Nothing happens to them. They don't even lose their job. This woman sits on the bench today as we speak. Maybe. Let's see what she's all about. Here's a couple of questions she was asked during an interview. When you reflect on your career, what accomplishment are you most proud of? The accomplishment that I'm most proud of in my career is being the first Puerto Rican judge ever appointed and elected to a countywide judicial position in Cook County. Out of everything. Becoming a lawyer, becoming a judge, anything else she may have done. I don't know if she's a parent. The accomplishment she's most proud of is being Puerto Rican. So she's obviously got this race bullshit thing going on. And many of these liberal activist judges have this thing where they look at a minority defendant and they give them so much fucking latitude. And they cut them so much slack This guy should have been in jail years ago. Let's go crazy and say after 30 arrests, this guy should have been in jail, never again to see the light of day. Give him 30 arrests. After 49, they let this guy out to light a woman on fire. And this woman will be a judge. Nothing will happen to her. I'm originally from Cleveland and moved to Chicago after law school. I knew almost no one in Chicago at the time. After years of working here, establishing my reputation and making connections, I was appointed to the bench in 2019 and elected in 2020. As an attorney who was in court nearly every day of my career, I never once had the opportunity to step up before a Latina judge. Now I'm proud to say that so many other Latinas are becoming judges. And I'm so excited about a judiciary that actually represents all of the community. Well, it doesn't seem to work very well having Latina judges because they don't know how to distribute justice. They don't know how to do their job like a judge that wouldn't give a fuck about the race of the judge. Like a judge that was voted in, is sitting on the bench and doesn't fucking have to think about their race. And is it similar to the race of the defendant? And now should I be more sympathetic toward another minority group being brought before my bench because I am from a minority group? That's a gross fucking miscarriage of justice. And again, gross negligence resulting in the death or harm of a human being. Jail this fucking woman. Put her in jail. Start locking these judges up and you will see them change their fucking tune. Lickety split. I used lickety split already during the gay shit. Sorry. I don't want that to become a crutch. Jesus. But there you go. Why is diversity important on the bench? The correct answer to this is, it isn't. It isn't. I am a judge dispensing justice, making decisions based on the rule of law. Diversity has nothing to do with it. Justice is blind. It's weighing evidence. It is not looking at skin color. It doesn't care about diversity. This law that is written is the law of the land for this person, this person, this person, regardless of their race, their background, religion. So the answer to why is diversity important on the bench is it isn't. But what does she say? Diversity on the bench is important because it allows all people to be represented. It instills faith and integrity in our judicial system. It is not just one group of people making decisions for another group, but instead allows individuals with different experiences and perspectives to use those experiences in applying the law. It allows the public to see people that look like them serving in this important position of trust. That is so fucking wrong. If you are qualified to be a judge, and I would assume that entails having an unbelievable knowledge of the law, your personal experiences don't mean shit. They should never mean shit. Oh, I was robbed once. I'm a judge. I was robbed. I know what that feels like. Here's a guy that's now facing me in court, and he's accused of robbery. Well, I'm going to fuck with him. I'm going to do everything I can to use my power as the judge in his case to put him in jail because of my personal experience. Now, I don't think anyone would think that's the right thing to do. You apply the law as it's supposed to be applied to everyone, regardless of race. And it works the other way, too. If your experience is that you had to struggle growing up, and maybe a parent or a brother or sister had to resort to some kind of theft to support the family, and you see somebody come up and you're now sympathetic to that person because of a shared experience, do you then give them a lighter sentence because of that? Or do you apply the rule of law? Certain circumstances can dictate how strict you are with your sentence. Like the example I just gave, a judge might exercise leniency in that case because of the mitigating circumstance of they were getting food. A judge might go, all right, it's not as bad as I was buying drugs or shit like that. But just because of a shared racial component, you then throw away the rule of law. And these are minor things I'm talking about that a judge might be okay having some kind of latitude with sentencing or allowing certain aspects of the defendant's past in there. But a case where a man was arrested 49 fucking times and has an arson problem, a violent felon, and you let him out, I have to assume you're doing that based on your race and his race, and you feeling that diversity is important on the bench. Yeah. We got to start hanging these motherfuckers. Sorry if it seems a little rash, but how else do you deal with this? This does not align with a civil society. A civil society needs laws. It needs to enforce those laws. And then it needs a judicial system that is willing to go the distance to make sure that the people that aren't paying attention and obeying those laws pay a price for it. And they are removed, at least for a time and sometimes permanently, from that very civil society that has decided they want the rules to be in place and want people to adhere to them. That is the system we wanted, the system we put together over the course of history, and the system we've all agreed to live by. So why are these judges fucking up the system like this? It can't be allowed. There needs to be unbelievable retribution, punishment to judges like that. Gross neglect. That's what it is. You've neglected your responsibilities in your job, and it directly resulted in the death or harm of a human being. You got to pay for that. You got to do something to make up for doing that to somebody. Just as you would if you ran them over with your car, you were drinking, you shot them while you were cleaning your gun. You got to go through the fucking system. That woman needs to be arrested, indicted, and tried for neglecting her duties to the extent where somebody was set on fucking fire. Then you'll see these judges start waking up, turning around and reconsidering some of their dumb fuck decisions. So if you enjoyed that clip,
Then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.